Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 update.
If Bell of Pennsylvania has its way, we could pay 50% more for local telephone service. Bell says it's lost money and there's more competition because of the breakup of AT&T. That's why the company is asking the State Public Utility Commission for a $325 million rate hike. Action 16's Jerry Gartenberg tells us what it would mean to us.
How much more does the company want us to pay? If you have unlimited service, which lets you make as many calls as you like, your monthly rates would go up from an average $10.58 to more than $18. The rates for the lower-priced standard and budget services, where you pay a fee plus a per-call charge, would also go up. On top of that, all standard and budget calls would be timed. The more you talk, the more you pay. That's right, folks. The phone company now wants to charge you for local calls the same way you're charged for long distance. Bell says timed calls will save most people money, but that's true only when your call lasts less than 3 minutes. Otherwise, you'll pay more. And would these increases force senior citizens and other low-income consumers to do without a phone?
We really do not believe that this increase will cause people to leave the network. One of the reasons is that all around us in neighboring states, people are paying higher rates and they have not left the network.
I think there's going to be fewer people using phones, especially those who are in the lower income brackets, be they senior citizens or people your age. And so I think it's a rip-off. I think it's unconscionable.
And Wilkes-Barre's Joe Noderman of the Federation of Senior Citizen Clubs and Organizations will have a chance to express that view at public hearings on the rate request. Hearings will be held in our area. After that, it'll be up to the Public Utility Commission to decide whether Bell of Pennsylvania gets all, any, or some of the money it's asking for. Jerry Gartenberg, Action 16.
Coming up, making a judgment not to run for the bench. Plus, a little later, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who has the biggest belly of them all? We'll try to figure it out as Newswatch 16 Update continues.
I get more use out of this everyday dinnerware from Acme. And you'd never guess it's only 69 cents a piece. I bought one a week, and before I knew it, I had a 20-piece service for just $13.80. At that price, I bought the floral and the formal pattern. And I also bought completer pieces like this vegetable bowl and covered casserole at terrific savings. Together, they make your table every bit as appetizing as Acme's price. Tell a friend you can really save at Acme.
Look out, because winter's going to get you, unless you're prepared, with the Blizzard Wizards from your Quality Plus Ford dealer. Front-wheel drive cars like Ford Escort or Ford Tempo both have the power to pull you through the snow and get you where you want to go. Plus, there's the four-wheeling fun of Bronco 2. And top 4x4 Ranger pickups are ready and willing to tackle the winter snow. Come in now for a great deal on a Ford Blizzard Wizard, only at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
The chief prosecutor in Luzerne County has put the rumors to rest. District Attorney Robert Gillespie announced today he will not run for the vacancy on the County Court of Common Pleas. In other words, right now he does not want to be a judge.
We've started some innovative programs downstairs, for example, the grand jury and our training both in drug and alcohol for kids and child abuse, and I'd like to see some of those programs go further in depth.
The judicial seat on the Luzerne County bench was left vacant when Judge Peter Pawlowski was elected to the Pennsylvania Superior Court. Now that Gillespie is not a candidate, the field is wide open for others interested in the judge's job. As Newswatch 16's Bob Reynolds reports, some say the seat better be filled soon because there's a backlog of civil court cases.
$1 million tax dollars was spent at the Hazleton Votech School in the 1970s. The money went to repair what officials called shoddy construction. School officials brought the case here to the Luzerne County Courthouse in an effort to get the $1 million back from contractors. But the case has not gone to trial for several years for a number of reasons, including not having enough judges sitting here to decide such an important case. The Hazleton case isn't isolated. Over the years, a logjam of cases has creeped into Luzerne County's civil court system.
There is one case that is 10 years of age. That case has not been reached through no particular fault of anyone, but it's buried on the list there.
Some say a bad situation has gotten worse during the last year because political infighting in the state Senate has delayed filling a position on the Luzerne County bench.
There's a common phrase in the law, justice delayed is justice denied. And that's basically what's happening to many civil litigants.
Judge Arthur D'Alessandro handles a lot of civil cases and feels the pinch of the backlog.
It's very upsetting to me to see anyone denied the right to use the judicial system to redress their wrongs.
No one's really sure if the judicial opening in Luzerne County will be filled this year, but Judge D'Alessandro says that's not the cure. He says another judge on top of that should be placed in Luzerne County. Otherwise, the logjam of cases is going to be harder to break. Bob Reynolds, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.
Next, meteorologist Tom Clark will head out to his bearable backyard. A little bit warmer out there, right, Tom?
Karen, I don't care what you say, I'm not going to take my clothes off tonight in the backyard.
Oh, my goodness.
My heavens.
I hope not.
It's bearable in one way. We do have slightly warmer temperatures on the way, a little bit of snow in the forecast, and I'll also show you a blizzard in Buffalo. Stay tuned.
I remember my wedding day as if it were yesterday. It was so beautiful. Janetti's made sure of that.
Mom was always telling me how beautiful her wedding was. It was like we knew all along that my wedding would be at Janetti's too. It really was one of the best times of my life.
Mommy, when I get married, can I have a Janetti wedding?
Power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, AM/FM stereo, electronic fuel injection, full electronic instrumentation, electric rear window defogger, and more. Even with all this equipment, the new front-wheel drive Buick Somerset is only $99.71 when your Buick dealer gives you a price for real quality. Believe it.
So what's the reason for waiting?
What a nice change for meteorologist Tom Clark out in the backyard. It's not below zero, Tom. My goodness.
Even the wind chill factor, Karen, is above zero. So that's a break, thank goodness. I think I can even leave my ear flaps up tonight. Now, take a look at this temperature in the backyard. It hasn't been this mild at this hour in what seems like many days. 22 degrees now, humidity 67%. The wind coming in from the west at 14 miles per hour. That's about 5 above on the wind chill index. Barometer now is on the rise. High temperature this day, 24 degrees. Almost warm out there. 3 above since midnight last night. 11 below the all-time record for this date set just 1 year ago. And a shot there tonight from Wilkes-Barre Township. Had some snow flurries around the area tonight. But up along the shoreline of Lake Erie the past 2 days, a lake effect blizzard buried Buffalo under 20 to 30 inches of snow. Now, there were better ways to get around than driving the car. Some took the streets in snowplows and snowmobiles and in skis, cross-country style. The strong winds did a real nice job of drifting the snow, in some places up and over the hood of cars. Elsewhere, only the tops of parking meters were visible. Now there's a drift. Wow, no parking tonight. Satellite view is coming up next, and it shows what's going on over the country. Not a heck of a whole lot, no big storms, just some light snow falling now up there in Buffalo. 29 inches on the ground now up in Erie, where they've had some lake effect blizzards. But down in Florida, the smudge pots are burning again tonight around the orange trees. It's now 36 in Miami, and it'll probably hit freezing before the night is through. Now let me show you the jet stream pattern, because this is how it's going to be looking up at about 20,000 feet. Actually, the jet stream's at 35,000 feet, but these are the steering winds up at about 20,000 feet. You can see the flow the next few days out of Canada, yes, but not directly into Pennsylvania. As you can see, they're going to be curving down and coming in sort of from the west, which means for us, day and nighttime temperatures will probably average at or slightly below normal over the next couple of days. So no frigid weather is in sight. Also, you can't get much in the way of moist air from Canada, and so I don't see any big snowstorms in our weather picture for the rest of this week. Now, here's my forecast coming up for tomorrow. Still gusty out there. The wind up to 25 miles per hour at times, coming in from the west. Some clouds, some sunshine, a few snow flurries, about like we had today. Wyalusing, Pittston, Pen Argyl, flirting with 30 down that way. Out in Selinsgrove, 30 tomorrow. Lock Haven, 28 degrees, a little bit more bearable than we had today. Times of sunrise and sunset look like this on a Wednesday, 7:23, and the sun will set at 5:09. Just some snow flurries around tonight. The low temperature 18 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny to partly sunny. A few flurries, 27 up to 30 on Thursday, some snow flurries. Friday, I think some light snow, quite likely, about 28 degrees. Saturday, partly sunny skies. Our producer, Dave Crescenda, just came back from Hawaii, and Karen, he told me that in Honolulu, they had a record low temperature the other day of 59 degrees. They must have shut the schools down, I would say, for that. Maybe, who knows, 59. That's
I don't think I'd mind that too much. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Good night.
Coming up, a most impressive bevy of bellies. Plus, Joe Zone takes a look at one of the area's undefeated high school basketball teams. Plus, going back in time to remember some great football players of the past. All on the Sports Watch next.
Tanglewood, the most fabulous vacation resort in the Poconos, has arrived. We've spent millions making Tanglewood the new standard in year-round vacation fun, and now we'd like to extend a very special invitation to you. Spend the day enjoying all that Tanglewood has to offer on us. By calling this number, 1-800-228-5100, you'll find out how you can be eligible to spend a full day of wintertime fun at Tanglewood, absolutely free of any charge. Skiing, skiing equipment, skiing instruction, chairlifts, snowmobiling, ice skating, and cross-country skiing. All this and much more, completely free of charge. For a family of 4, it's over $100 value. And by calling this number now and making your reservation, we'd like to treat you and your family to a complimentary lunch at Tanglewood in the Poconos. This is a limited offer with no obligation, and it's by phone reservation only. So call 1-800-228-5100. That's 1-800-228-5100. Call now.
Well, the Super Bowl is over, but the Super 16 in high school basketball is in high gear.
Keeps right on going. High school basketball tonight takes over. Big night for the Super 16 teams. There were 5 teams in the Super 16 undefeated. One of them was Lourdes Regional. Our number 2 team, they were 13-0 going in against Schuylkill Haven. Check the action right there, and that's Schuylkill Haven driving right there for the basket. Lourdes comes back, second quarter, down 2. They tie it up on this inside shot by Mark Vinitsky. Schuylkill Haven now up by 2. Inside jumper, Greg Bernhauser for 2. Remember now, Lourdes undefeated tonight. They tie it again under to Vic O'Lear. He scores right there off the glass. Schuylkill Haven opens up a big 4-point lead, and I say big, it was that close all night right there. Well, Brian Miller scores. Haven led by 5 at half, went on to win the game tonight by 3. They beat our number 2 team. Okay, let's check the Super 16 scoreboard. Number 1, Pottsville, big over North Schuylkill, but Schuylkill Haven hands Lourdes Regional its first loss of the year. Number 3, Northern Lehigh, big win over Northwestern. Number 4, Allentown Central Catholic won its game. Number 5, Allentown Allen by 32. Number 6, Whitehall, a winner by 8 points over Easton. Number 7, Montoursville won. That's going to force a tie down there in the playoff. Number 9, Nanticoke over Wyoming area. Number 10, Bishop Newman, Lock Haven postponed. Number 11, Hazleton over Bishop O'Reilly. Number 14, Bishop Hoban won in overtime against Valley West. Number 15, South Williamsport, big over Hughesville. So 13 of our Super 16 teams in action tonight, and we had 12 winners. Not a bad night for the Super 16. Now let's check the rest of the scores. They're going to come at you by leagues. The winners will be on top. Wyoming Valley Division 1, there's a postponement. Division 2, Lake Lehman, Crestwood, Dallas, Hanover area winners. Lackawanna North, it's Lakeland, and it's Bishop O'Hara, and it's Old Forge. And in the south, it's North Pocono, and it's Abington Heights, it's Bishop Hannon, and Scranton Prep, all winners. Central State League, a postponement there, but in the Mid-Penn Conference, Millville, Southern Columbia, Schuylkill League, Division I, Tamaqua, Blue Mountain, that game postponed, Shamokin won. Division II, Freeland, Shenandoah, Marion, Jim Thorpe, big winner. Division II, Schuylkill, Pine Grove, Nativity, BVM, Williams Valley. Now in the East Penn, it's Freedom and it's Emmaus, and in the Centennial, Stroudsburg and Palmerton. East Stroudsburg, Pleasant Valley postponed. Colonial League, Catasauqua, Bangor, Salisbury, Saucon Valley winners. Mountain League, Lewistown over Chief Logan. West Branch, there's your postponement, but you got a winner with Loyalsock. In the Keystone, it's Central Columbia and Selinsgrove and Shikellamy. NAC, Lock Trail, West Wayne, Forest City. Tri-Valley League, Juniata, Line Mountain, Upper Dauphin, Halifax, high school basketball scoreboard, Williamsport postponed, Altoona, Mifflinburg, Nazareth, Blair Academy, Deereth, the winners. That's the high school basketball scoreboard. Now, college basketball, Baptist Bible, beaten by Allentown College 51-50. Lots of action, too, in the NBA. We'll check out first the Sixers. They beat Cleveland by a point. New York won a game for a change over Seattle by 2. Washington over Golden State by 5. Chicago beat Portland by 8. Notice the quick arithmetic. Houston knocked off Phoenix by 4. San Antonio by 4 over Kansas City. And Detroit beat Atlanta by 17. You know, it was almost 20 years ago when Joe Namath took his AFC Jets into the Super Bowl and beat the Baltimore Colts. Remember? Late 60s, Joe Namath at the top of his game. Tonight, he's a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So is Roger Staubach, the guy who taught us how to spell relief, is a bit relieved to be a Hall of Famer. Staubach's success came in the mid-70s when he led Dallas to a Super Bowl victory over Denver. O.J. Simpson wasn't good enough to be in ABC's broadcast booth for sure. He's no Hall of Fame announcer, but he is a Hall of Fame running back. He was the first back ever to gain over 2,000 yards in a season, along with Simpson, Staubach, and Namath, present Commissioner Pete Rozelle, Senator Frank Gatzke, who played with Cleveland and Detroit in the late 40s and in the early 50s. Okay, wrestling now, Super 16 wrestling scoreboard, and we'll check out team number 6, Southern Columbia 36-19, number 8, Berwick over Athens 39-25, Bald Eagle area, and Mifflinburg also winners. Huntington and Montgomery won their matches tonight, and Wyalusing. More action now. Okay, swimming, and we have a couple of winners in swimming. Let's check the winners. Wyoming Valley Boys Swimming League, Bishop Holden, Scranton Central, Abington Heights, Valley West all won. Here's the record-setting 100-meter butterfly by Rich Men of Valley West, 57.8. That's a school record. Nice job by him. NHL scoreboard, 3 finals, 3 games. Montreal beat Hartford, Toronto and Quebec tied, and Detroit beat our New York Islanders 5-4. Fishing game forecast for tomorrow. The weather's thawed out. The peaks look good. Fishing's the name of the game tomorrow if you want to get out there and get some ice.
Stay with us. You're going to love the next story. Still ahead, belly up, down under. But first, tonight's winning lottery numbers. The daily number is 716, and the lotto numbers are 35, 36, 32, 38, 31, 34, and the alternate is 18. We'll be right back.
Ponderosa, kids can have anything they want. Free at a Ponderosa restaurant.
Ponderosa announces Family Night every Tuesday and Wednesday. Kids eat free, and everybody can have all they want from the world's biggest best salad buffet, even hot soup. And grown-ups get specially priced Family Night dinners.
Kids can have anything they want.
My kids eat free on Family Night. Why shouldn't yours?
At a Ponderosa restaurant.
Look for our Family Night specials Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Is your nest egg just sitting there? Get it moving in a United Penn Bank IRA. Our IRA specialists give you more ways to go. Fixed rate and variable rate retirement plans, money market and self-directed IRAs. Above all, you can start very small and grow very big. By retirement time, you'll have something to crow about with the United Penn IRA.
Finally tonight, we don't know when the next belly flopping contest will be, but we do know of some guys we'd like to have on our team. Take a look at these competitors in Australia. Some say it was the most impressive bevy of bellies ever assembled. They all came to Queensland, Australia for the annual Beer Belly Contest. The judges had a whale of a time trying to pick the biggest belly of them all. In fact, they had tons of fun. Finally, after weighing all the choices, the big belly ballyhoo ended with last year's champion, Tiny, walking away in winning form, proving once and for all for those who thought this contest would go belly up, it was not a waste of time for Tiny. And that is Newswatch 16 update for tonight. Nightline is next. Good night.